What is going on, everyone? Commodore Lads here today, bringing to you guys my live reaction of One Piece manga chapter 957. Now, just got the notifications saying the chapter's out. You know what we gotta do? We gotta sit in this chair and we gotta get ready to read the next installments in the best-selling manga in history. Dude, it has been a crazy last couple of days. I was told on Wednesday morning, right? Because I went to go pick up some FIFA. And I was told like immediately from Sen, from Elias, to my plug who I caught FIFA from, not to go on social media until the chapter's out because Oda wildin'. That's all I was told. I got off. I played Ultimate Team from Wednesday morning until now. It's time, man. I don't know what else Oda has to offer, man, because like I know we're getting the cover of Jump. I know we're getting a color spread. And last week's chapter was really nuts as it is because we're not going to know what's going to happen with Sabo, Vivi, and them and stuff. He's going to just do a whole Ace thing where the end of post-war, we saw what was going on with Ace, and then we found out after the fact that his life was in peril. I'm probably going to be expecting the same thing going down with Sabo and with Vivi, but at the same time, man, I'm praying to God we don't get no curtains just yet. Oda, hold back on the curtains. Let me see what's going on first with the rest of the world. Then we progress with the war. So, for me to find out, I gotta read the chapter. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. And shout out to my man Buggy, by the way. I did say I was gonna rock the shirt, and I have to rock it. Buggy the Clown. Let's get it, man. Chapter 957. Here we go. All right. So what the hell is this? Supposed to be like some game show thing? We're seeing Luffy, Chopper, Nami, and Robin all together and stuff. It seems like one of those quiz shows in Japan. They're all together and stuff. I mean, X marks the spot, and I see two of them right there. So shout out to Nami and Robin. Okay. I guess they're like still rank 710, 517. I guess that might be for the original thing for the anime, because I heard they're gonna be redoing Romance Dawn in the anime, like the old style and stuff from the one shot or whatever it was. So I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Anyways, let's see what it has to offer this color spread, man. Yo, wait! Yo! Oh, this is straight. I think it was from Scott. No. I think it had to be like the end of like near Thriller Bark. Y'all remember when we got like something similar to this, like from way back then? Yo, look at this. The sea train and stuff that was all together and everything. We saw there was everybody but Brooke. I remember that. And now because Brooke's in the crew, we have everyone that's all together. That's so dope. It's very similar to, you see Luffy at the front, Chopper right there with Zoro, which I think was reminiscent to the first one. You see Sanji's at the wheel, Nami, oh my god. Listen, man. I want to make it at least until I'm 30 at the very least, man. The more Oda be showing these ladies out, man. Too much, man. Frankie out here wilding. See, Usopp is having a good time right there. Robin in the back just chilling as she should. And Brooke is, my man listened to lean back as he should. But yeah, this is a dope color spread. I'm pretty sure like on the North American release for the volumes, we're probably going to have that somewhere on the back, I think for 94 or 95. But yeah, man, this Zoro might have to be my profile pic or something. It's just so dope. I bet just like you're chilling, all good. And then hopefully masterclass in Wano. So, let's get into it, man. Alright. New World Marine Headquarters. Let's go. You must be satisfied, Isho. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit because my eyesight sucks right now. Alright. You must be satisfied, Isho. As the day of the raid draws closer, on the other side is... The abolition of the Seven Warlord system was your goal after all. We never saw eye to eye on it, but the kings of the world have spoken. So Isho and Sakazuki talk it up. Chapter 957, Ultimate. You think... What are they gonna do? Yo, why? Is it bad? It's on his head. Yo, did Sabo Billy Rock come? I don't know. Oh, yo, what's going on with Sabo, man? You still think the warlords were a necessity, despite all the sacrifices that we had to make for their sake. It must be because you've never personally suffered under them. Yo, I love how he's just cutting this promo around Sakazuki. He's just there, just taking the heat. Let's just put our faith in SSG going forward. Yo, it has to be the Secret Special Force, like the Sword Group. I guess that's what they're... Wait, no. Let's just put our faith in SSG going forward. The power balance of the world will surely tip in our favor. SSG. Could it be like Sword's like actual name, or maybe the thing that Fuji brought up with Green Bull during the whole discussion and stuff around Vegapunk having some kind of system in place and everything. Might be one of the two, probably. It could also tip against, and you see, similar to like when he was in the ship and stuff with Dressrosa, and the ship's like shaking a little bit. But I guess they're still attacking somebody though. Apparently in Wano, Big Mom and Kaido have formed an alliance. So I'm assuming now Drake and Kobe let them know what's going on, which could mean that they. Okay, so at the very least, it might confirm too that Sora is at least like the fleet admiral and stuff. They know about it. What? Does this mean the... Oh, no, I swear to God, if we see them this chapter, if we see that person, whoever it is... Oh, yo. We gotta chill. I can't risk getting evicted, man. Hell nah. Does this mean the rocks have returned? Stop talking like there's some kind of legend. There is reality. This is reality we're facing here. So in the group, I mean the captain, bro, because it's never been stated if they've been taken out of the game, and if they ever made a comeback, there would be some trouble. We know that Kaido and Big Mom are tied to them. For this to happen when we're already so busy, what a disaster! Look at Akainu, man. I mean, he's the scars from battle and stuff with Aokichi, but still, he already knows that like things are about to get even crazier now. And I assume right now the Marines are fighting like a Sea King and stuff over there. But I guess there's somebody else too in the midst of it all. Next page. 2 of the emperors have allied, and it just had to be now of all this, of all times. Well, the report stated the alliance is only tentative at this stage. Hey, Commodore, brand new. Hey, shout out to the Commodores, man. There hasn't been any damage done yet, but we have no idea what they're planning, and we have no countermeasures prepared either. Hey, you see Son Goku there as well, and you see his little billy goat. In truth, we know almost nothing about the legendary Rocks Pirates, dude. Brand new did this in 700 with the Warlords, bringing them back up, and then the whole thing with the 7th person, which ended up being Weevil. When this man speaks, I don't know what it is, bro. The Commodore just does his thing. Big Mom and Kaido have been fighting for like cats and dogs for years, and no one could have foreseen this. Very few Marines are very familiar with the name Rocks nowadays. Many years ago on the Pirates Island Beehive, many significant individuals came together to seek a quick path to fame and fortune. That meeting led to the formation of the Rocks Pirates. So you're telling me Blackbeard actually, like the place that Blackbeard right now has as his HQ, was the place where they all met. But then it makes me wonder too, does Teach have some kind of connection to them? They were a violent group killing both friend and foe alike. They don't understand what friendly fire meant. At the very least, they shot straight for the head for sure. But dude, man, now it raises the Teach hype even more, because now if he made that place his base, he don't care. It's confirmed! Is that Whitebeard? It's confirmed. Because that's clearly Big Mom. That's clearly Kaido. I'm assuming whoever that person is. I mean, Rocks. And then Bakken would has to be there too as well. On the corner and stuff. Because remember, they said that Whitebeard and her were in the same group. Once upon a time, 40 years ago. We know at the very least. Its members included Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. In their youth, they were led by their Captain Rocks. Yo, what kind of sicko was able to have Big Mom in her prime in terms of physical beauty, Kaido as a young lad who was probably averaging at least 100 home runs per season, and then Edward Newgate, when my man was, from what it looks to be, either he was losing his hair or gaining it, I don't know. But I clearly see the mustache right there with him and his weapon, man. Yo, that's Rocks, bro. Look at the hair on this dude. Hey, look, I'm not gonna say that his size means nothing, because he might have some crazy stuff about him if he's able to hold down 3 of the 4 Yonkos all together like this. Man, indeed, those 3 used to sail on the same ship. Unbelievable. You see the Marines all freaking out about it. Many others who have sailed on the rocks also eventually made a name for themselves, such as the Golden Lion, Shiki, the Silver Axe, Captain... Bro, remember Bucky? Bucky! The man was going after this treasure and he was a part of him? The Silver Axe. Why should it should be a meme I should remember though? And Ochoku. Are you serious? And how come all this isn't common knowledge? Ochoku, known as Wang Ji in Chinese, was a real Chinese pirate lord from the 16th century. Well, one reason is that most of the members couldn't stand each other, so they downplayed their exploits as a group. Their captain, Rox, strived to become king of the world. They were basically a terrorist group bearing their fangs at the world government. Bro. Yo, they had Shiki, the guy that Buggy was trying to find his treasure and everything. Silver Axe, I have no idea why. I can't figure out who the hell the person might be. And Ochoku, which I guess a Chinese pirate, which could be in relation to Scratch on a Poo, because again, his pirate's like based on some Chinese guy and stuff, and there was another guy that was famous in his time. Could be that dude. I don't know. So shout out to the goat man. He's just right there chilling and everything too. So the government covered up their actions, which is another reason. But back then, their name was known throughout the world. And you see, like they're like the sigil and stuff on the front of the sails, and then the skull and bones and everything too. And yo, Oda's actually really going on now with these guys. 30 years ago, a fatal incident occurred at a place known as God Valley. On that fateful day, the Rocks, the strongest pirate crew in the world, perished on that island. The incident was big news. So I guess it's like another island we're probably gonna have to interact with at some point in time in the story. Because I doubt this would be Raftel. Because Oda wouldn't do that though for Raftel. It would make it way bigger than it seems, but God Valley. Yo, he did say he took those. Their unstoppable evil rampage, which traveled over all in its wake, was finally quelled by Marine Vice Admiral Gap. This man is covered in blood, shirt all messed up, hand out like, you ain't got nothing on me, man. I'm on a kill streak right now. One more, I get the nuke. And he activated. After the incident, Garp's name reverberated across the world. And that is how he became known as the hero of the Marines. Look, even in his old age, you know what? I think after seeing this, there's a good chance we're going to have to look at Garp and scale him a lot higher now. Because he stopped Rocks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Shiki, Kaido, like Captain John, like bro, this man was out here stopping forces, like himself. He himself, man. It doesn't look. That doesn't stop the stuff that happened later in the series and everything, but still, this man, his clout is absolute. Look at this guy. God. So that's what happened. I guess the ship went down in the sea or something? Vice Admiral Garp has many acts of heroism under his belt. However, he doesn't like talking about this one in particular. Huh? Why? I guess he's underwater or something? He'll acknowledge it if you ask him about it, but Big Mom and Kaido, things keep going from bad to worse. And he's getting the news now, I guess, of the Alliance probably. The biggest reason why is because he allied with the pirates in that battle. Gold Roger! There's only one pirate left. No way! Although that part was never reported. A pirate. There was another reason though. He had to protect the Celestial Dragons during that mission. Huh? The Celestial Dragons were involved? Wait, isn't our duty as Marines to serve the Celestial Dragons? His sense of morality never allowed him to believe that. The main reason Garp always rejected the title of Admiral is because it would have made him a direct subordinate of the Celestial Dragons, which we do know, of course. Every time the Celestial Dragon was touched back in Sabaody, or if the prospect of them being touched, admirals will have to go in, basically serving as a dog to them. His popularity and achievements are probably the only reason why they haven't disposed of him for his attitude. Garp and Roger! Look at the amount of clout that's in this one little flashback battle. What I would kill. Just, the man. Look, you have Garp. Bro, Roger's out here with the sword and everything, and this man has this open fist. And he's got Rocks, Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Shiki, all them boys. Like, those two actually tag teamed. Hold on, and teamed up to defeat the Rocks pirates, all in order to protect the Celestial Dragons and their slaves during what is now known as the God Valley Incident. Yo, I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying so hard. I don't want to yell because I already know it's gonna bring bad luck. Like, how can I not be hyped over this dude? I'm kind of in the back laughing it up and stuff, but he knows he caught hands on that fateful day. Oh my god, next page. He fought alongside the Pirate King, and everyone's like freaking out. Brand New's just taking a step back. What a roll call the Celestial Dragons, Roger, and the Rocks. What exactly was on that island? I never even heard of that place. The island of God Valley is no longer drawn on the maps of the world. The truth of the matter is, after that incident, God Valley disappeared without a trace. Even the Billy, bro, even the goat is getting hyped up too. When he's making the face like that, you know it's like... An island that the world government wanted to hide was wiped from the history books. Do you really want to know more about an island like that? Rock's ambition to become king of the world meant he was involved with many of this world's taboo subjects. That's why there isn't much information on the Rock's pirates anymore. However, I'm sure that those memories are lying dormant in the minds of the more veteran Marines. Even though it's all in the past, it seems unbelievable that there was a man capable of leading 3 of the 4 emperors. He was probably Roger's first and most formidable rival. Yo, this might change the game because remember, the fact that we've always had this mindset that Roger and Whitebeard were the only... Well, Roger and Whitebeard, and then really like Roger and Garp were like the equals to him and everything, but now it's starting to more like it's going to look like Rocks was his actual true like toughest challenge. Unless Prime Whitebeard surpassed it. But the fact that you hold down 3 of the 4 Yonkos together, and it makes me wonder too, because they're saying that, well, obviously because now that maybe the system came into place like later on afterwards, so it makes more sense now if the Emperors actually came into fruition like after Roger's demise and stuff, so Shanks ends up taking the role later on. The spooky man himself. Look at this dude. Black hair out here. I mean, there's some different color. But he has like the face. He may have been known throughout the world as Captain Rocks. His true name was Rocks Xebec. Let's go with the D's. Yo, D's are out here. My man was a D. Oh shoot! Okay, so there. Where the hell does the word Xebec come from? Xebec is the type of sailing ship. Oh, the D man. Oh, the 3 of the 4 emperors. He has him by a leash. Had him by a leash. He's a D. He strived to be king of the world, bro. I need like something like give me like a month at best, and just a flashback of this dude, just so I know what he was like. Just everything. I know we're getting the whispers in the wind essentially from Sengoku, but I need to see this, bro. Like this guy. No, he may no longer be amongst us. Oh no, he's dead then. He may no longer be amongst us, but he is one of the few with the initial D who have appeared from time to time. Very, very loose in saying the word few, because there's a few other D's we know of right now, and there's definitely way more of them for sure walking the earth right now that they don't know of too. But if he's dead, then oh man. But if his crew, I mean, again, Big Mom, Kaido, and stuff are still active. Of course, Whitebeard being dead. Shiki, we don't know if it's if he's still alive himself or if he's dead, because technically, in terms of the canon from Chapter 0, Shiki we know was talking with Whitebeard from before and stuff, but I don't know what it came to be unless he's still around. But Rox D. Xebec. If I want to be a real sicko, man, this would be my Avi for like a while. Just in this man's face. But yeah, let me tell you the next page. And while it's true that Kaido and Big Mom were part of the same crew in the past, they are much stronger than they were 38 years ago. If they have truly formed an alliance, then it may lead to the formation of the worst pirate crew in the world. Branu, what are their current bounties? Yes. I was just working on updating the bounties of those who have been stripped of their warlord status. So we may as well review these bounties as well, bro. When this man's pulling down the projector thing, you know there's some stupid numbers about to come out. First, the man who became an emperor 1 year ago, Blackbeard. So I guess revisiting what we saw from him. As a result of his attack on Impel Down 2 years ago, he was able to recruit very powerful subordinates. He is the current ruler of the Pirates Island Beehive. His influence is constantly expanding, and he's slowly overtaking Whitebeard as a force to be reckoned with. The Admiral of the Blackbeard Pirates, Marshal D. Teach. Bounty 2,247,600,000. I mean, hey, listen, he's the Commodore of the Blackbeard Pirates. Put respect on that name. He ain't on the Admiral. We go by the Viz here, man. The next emperor we should discuss is this man. Hold on. The next emperor we should discuss is this man. He was first recognized as emperor 6 years ago and is the youngest of the four. Shanks! His subordinates trust him greatly. His executives are all big names. Beckman, Rue, and Yasop. Boasting high bounties across the board, they are well balanced and an impregnable crew. Does he have a higher bounty than Blackbeard? The captain of the Red Hair Pirates, Red Hair Shanks, 4 billion! My uncle! Red Hair season, baby! I can't risk it fixing 4 bill! 4 billion, 48,900,000. But that means that Big Mom and Kaido has to be more than that because the ties to Rox and everything too. Well, my man is actually worth 4 billion. Look at it. Wait, he has the eyes to the side and everything too. I thought there was gonna be like a play on like Luffy's bounty because you know how we had like Usopp in the background. Or if he had like Yasop in the back, it would be hilarious. But I don't think that's the case because you can see like the kanji like covering up something there on the side. You see all them all freaking out. Moving on, we have the Natural Born Destroyer, who is said to have wiped out a village on the island of giants, Elbaf, when she was a mere child. Refusing to trust anyone other than her own bloodline, she founded the country of Totoland, ruling it over with her 85 children. She is the queen of the kingdom of sweets. The captain of the Big Bob Pirates, Charlotte Lidland, bounty, 4,388,000,000. So she's, hold on, she's slightly a little bit more than Shanks. But it makes sense because again, it's her ties and stuff regarding Rox. But I need to read before I speculate. And last but not least is this man. Although he was only an apprentice when he was with the Rox Pirates, he was able to rally many infamous pirates to his banner thanks to his sheer strength and became an emperor in the process. The Governor General of the Beast Pirates, Kaido the Beast, bounty for 4,611,100,000. Look at the face on this dude. So he's slightly a little bit. Also, none of them went past 5 bill. Because I was thinking because of the how dangerous the man is himself. You would think him and Big Mom would at least be over 5 bill just because of like the clout behind them that we're starting to see even more now into their past. But still, big numbers, man. Big numbers. And how depressing. From here on out, we can no longer use the 7 warlords as a weapon against the 4 emperors. We'll have to see how the SSG from the Marine Special Science Force performs before we can determine whether the removal of this poison from our ranks was a wise decision. On a related note, these were the bounties on the legends of the previous era. The captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, Edward New, gave $5 billion. $5 billion, 46 mil for the gold himself. 8. New Gates. Who else? He just. Oda just did that. The captain of the Roger Pirates, the Pirate King Gold Roger. Bounty 5,564,800,000. Bro, he was slightly over. Rocks has to be higher. Rocks have to have been higher. And if he is dead, man, Jesus Christ. If that man was still alive. Now, a single pirate has even surpassed the bounties of these 2. However, if Kaido and Big Mom's alliance comes to fruition, their combined bounty will exceed them both. They are currently in Wano, a country that is affiliated with the world government. They are Stomp. Sakazuki just pulled up. Fleet Admiral Sakazuki. Bam. We're leaving Wano alone. We don't have the resources to divert their Sengoku-san. Of course, I had no intention of interfering. I only wanted to pass on my knowledge to this new generation of Marines. Even pirates are capable of developing relationships with one another. Their actions always have a motive behind them. And one cannot hope to predict the future when they are ignorant of the past. Speaking of which, there was a pirate in Wano that Whitebeard, Roger, and Red-Hair favored. Wasn't there? Do you mean Kozuki Oden? He used to be a division commander on Whitebeard's ship, so he was the second. The confirmation. Eventually, he was poached by Roger to accompany him on the Pirate King's final voyage. This current situation couldn't possibly have had anything to do with Oden, could it? Well, doesn't seem like Wano is a common factor for all these big shots. It's a bit too much of a coincidence, don't you think, Sakazuki? What exactly is going on with Wano and Oden? Please tell me there's more. Bro, I think he has to be getting the idea at the very least that the Rocks Pirates are going to reform. If he's saying it's a coincidence right now, this is going on. And remember, Garp said if they decided to reunite, there will be hell to pay. You have to think that'll be the case, man. If they're about to come, if Kaido and Big Mom in the news right now, where they get leaked out to the public, and let's say members that were in hiding, Slipper Axe, Captain John, like we don't know again, like some of the other ones that may have ended up surviving, Shiki and all them. If they start making their way to Wano, bro, do you know how dangerous that place is gonna end up being for the war that's about to go down? They're clearly saying they don't have the resources right now, but depending on what happens afterwards with the SSG and everything, which I don't know if it's supposed to be for Sword or the system that Fujitora was saying that Vegapunk had. Oh, man. 10 out of 10 chapter, man. You give me everything I need right now to know about Rocks, except like actually getting to see him talk and mingle and whatever, like, and the Pirate King's damn bounty. Him and Whitebeard were over 5 billion. This chapter was absolutely fire. Like, I'm trying to risk not getting evicted because the last thing I need is for him to decide to drop another crazy chapter. And we're not going straight into Act 3, which is even the scary part of it all. We're not even going into Act 3 just yet because the currents didn't show up. It could have happened as soon as next chapter. And there's no break. I want to really talk about this chapter in some shape or form before I'm gone for these next 3 days. But yo, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. 10 out of 10 chapter. What did you enjoy about it? What do you hope that we get to see more of? Predictions for what goes on next week. Let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience. If you want to see a man possibly get evicted in one of these chapters during the Wano Country arc, because it might be bound to happen, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell to notice up to date with everything goes on here on the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys next week. Chapter 958. I'm praying to God we don't go yet. Right back to Wano. I want to see what's going on with Shanks and them. Hopefully something unstoppable in Vivi. If not, going straight into the war, man. So, Commodore last signing off. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care. Going crazy. Yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team. Yeah, yeah.